Imagine this. You lean in, speak softly, and he freezes. His heart races, his thoughts scramble. Isn't that the kind of connection you want? Today we're diving into 7 psychological turn-ons that melt a man's mind. No fluff, no false promises, just real psychological triggers backed by science and real-world insight. Whether you're aiming for a deeper bond or sparking that spark, these 7 keys will change how men respond, mentally and emotionally, when you do this. You try to engage in conversations, but he seems distant, glazed eyes, distracted tone. You wonder, am I not interesting enough? Is he bored? Sound familiar? Research from the University of Michigan shows that when people feel ignored, dopamine drops. In relationships, this drops emotional engagement. If he isn't emotionally hooked, sparks fizzle fast, and text convos stay bland. That feeling when you laugh at your own anecdote and get half smiled back, that hurts. You can rehearse deep questions, but if his eyes aren't lighting up, everything feels flat. It's like standing on stage alone. You share stories about your day. He nods. You ask about his. He sighs. You're left wondering, is this really working? When emotional connection is off, you both default to routine. TV on autopilot, predictable dinners, predictable small talk. After a while, things slide to routine. Distance forms, attraction fades. Even the best lipstick or designer dress won't fix that. The issue isn't skin deep, it's mental. Without emotional resonance, every effort feels like shouting into silence. Turn on number 1, attuned listening. It's more than waiting for your turn, it's tuning into his frequency. Mirror his tone, reflect back his words, ask a question that dives deeper. This sends mental cues. I see you, you matter. Case study, a 2019 Journal of Social and Personal Relationships survey found couples who use reflective listening report 31% more emotional closeness after 3 months. When you say, sounds like that meeting was rough, what part was hardest? His brain says, she gets it. Oxytocin spikes in research participants who felt truly heard. That hormone fosters trust, harmony, and yes, mental attraction. Stand face to face, keep eyes open, use a subtle nod. When he's midway through a sentence, pause, paraphrase, ask, would it help to talk more about that? It redirects the conversation emotionally, and it's a turn on. Maybe you've tried jokes, teasing, flirting, but he doesn't rise. Dates feel like repeating the same lines every time. That enthusiasm you once had is dulled. Studies in the American Psychological Association show couples in novelty-rich relationships report higher sexual satisfaction. But novelty isn't about wild extremes. It's more subtle, shifting pace, tone, or subject. That's where mental spark lies, a leap beyond routine. Turn on number 2, surprise contexts. Change one element, location, topic, tone, even seating arrangement. Try doing your usual catch-up walk in a suddenly chosen spot. Maybe a park bench overlooking a river instead of the couch. Even something as minor as changing your scarf or gaslighting the same route can shift mental states. Researchers in 2020 found small contextual shifts increased perceived novelty and emotional intensity by 28% across couples. After dinner, say, let's walk over that bridge, without warning, or pause mid-conversation and grab his hand. These little surprises say, I want this moment. They snap him into the present. He tunes in. You do things for him. You cook, support, compliment. But he doesn't respond in kind, or so it seems. That leads to a feeling of emptiness, and he may withdraw. Men internalize affirmation differently. A study from University of Arkansas revealed that men who received regular verbal praise experienced a 22% boost in relationship satisfaction. But if you don't feel it, they may hold back. Turn on number 3, specific praise. You're not just saying good job, you're saying, you handled that call calmly when things got heated, and it really impressed me. That specificity signals you noticed. In a calm moment, catch him off guard. I overheard how you explained that to the client. You were sharp and kind. I respect that. It registers, these words matter. That sense of felt recognition triggers positive neural pathways. In fact, MRI studies show the ventromedial prefrontal cortex lights up with sincere praise. Same area active during romantic love. You're on a screen, he's scrolling. Even across the table, neither is fully there, and mental presence is what turns on the mind. According to a 2024 Gallup poll, 45% of adults report feeling mentally disengaged during social interactions. This includes couples, leading to perceptions of disconnect. Turn on number 4. Single task together. Put phones down. If he resists, make it fun. Say, let's just drop screens for 5 minutes of uninterrupted chat. Engage a joint mental task. Brainstorm your next trip. Sketch dream home interior. Plan a weekend making surprise for friends. Shared mental effort bonds brains. Studies in team cognition show dyads solving low-pressure problems report a 40% increase in mutual emotional connection and brain synchrony. Sit side by side, not head-on. Lean in. Whisper ideas. When you laugh over a shared thought, his mind pairs you with lightness. That gap between thinking and acting, that's attraction. You might think, tell him everything about me. But mystery has its place. Complete transparency shrinks intrigue. Psychologist Robert Epstein demonstrated that people tend to place greater value on things they've earned through effort and discovery. A bit of mystery gives him that feeling. Turn on number 5. Strategic self-disclosure. Reveal parts of yourself in stages, not secrets. Just share something intriguing. I've wanted to try salsa dancing, but I've never gone. He becomes a collaborator. Each new piece of info is a building block of intrigue. The Cross-Cultural Journal of Psychology found that couples who pace self-disclosure report slower but deeper intimacy, approximately 45% slower, but more durable. If he's telling you a story, share something partially related, not the full conclusion. Let him ask. That question, really, is engagement. You might say, I feel tired. He shrugs. Me too. It's surface talk. Emotional reactions get ignored. Researchers at UCLA found couples retelling highly emotional events, while their partners gave supportive responses, saw relationship satisfaction jump 55%, and felt more spontaneous attraction. Turn on number 6. Deep emotional resonance. When he shares emotional weight, echo it, not fix it. That sounds like it hit hard. I'm sorry. Tell me more? Use soft tone, let pauses linger. Finish with, I hear you. Even one phrase says, I'm with you in your feelings. That emotional closeness rewires mental chemistry, turning comfort into turn-on. Finally, after a long week, you wonder, is he still mentally present with you, or just physically there? This mental disconnect kills sex drive faster than any other issue. In 2021, the International Journal of Sexual Health reported couples listing low emotional connection, cited it as the primary reason for declining intimacy. Turn on number 7, post-intimacy reflection. After sexual or emotional closeness, don't drop the turn. Talk about the moment. Use simple prompts. What part felt closest to you? Or, tell me one thing you liked. The act of reflecting together reinforces mental patterns of emotional safety and locks in affection. A Dutch study on couples found post-relation discussion increased relationship satisfaction by 25% over 8 weeks. Keep the tone light. I could stay here forever, but tell me one thing that would make next time even better. It keeps him mentally engaged and invested. Let's recap. Attuned listening, surprise context, specific praise, single task together, strategic self-disclosure, deep emotional resonance, post-intimacy reflection. These aren't tricks, they're simple psychological tools that tap into emotional circuits wired for connection. When you use them, you spark not just desire, but mental presence, and that's real attraction. Pick one to try today. Maybe it's reflective listening over coffee, or drop screens and start a creative brainstorm. See how he responds, and I guarantee you'll notice that mental spark shift. Try it this week. Then next time you're together, ask, do you feel more connected? Most likely, he'll say yes, and in the tone of his voice, you'll hear him melting mentally.